dance. It's Christmas. Actually, I believe it's Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Christmas Eve.
And it is a tradition to gather around the radio and listen to the Jay and Dan podcast. Papa, what are we doing this year?
Like an old-timey radio in the middle of the living room. Oh, I think we've got it tuned in. Here they are, Jay and Dan, loud and clear. It would be... Oh, listen. Aw, this is nice. I like that we're doing a Christmas Eve podcast.
I've had the Christmas music on in the car since probably like start of November.
Now, I have to confess, we've had the Christmas music on in the house since the start of November, but in the car, Daddy takes a little break from the Christmas music. And he plays his own tunes and maybe some podcasts and maybe some Howard Stern.
Yeah, I'm the same. When the kids are in the car, they like listening to the Christmas music.
See, now, and I think your daughters also listen to her. Now I'm being forced to listen to this JoJo Siwa.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know all the songs.
She's fine. I have no problem with her. All the songs are positive. They're the same song over and over.
The high top shoes. That's the big...
Gotta do what you do. Gotta do what you like. DREAM. You can do it. You can dream it. You can do it. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
And she's got some like hair products that the kids are asking for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like bows and such.
That's where our lives are. Mm-hmm. That's where we're currently at. So it's Christmas Eve. Bit of a spoiler here. We're not actually live. We're not live on your phone or your car or your old-timey radio. We pre-recorded this. I'm sorry, Paul Maurice. It's true. And I just wanted to ask Dan, what are you doing right now? What's the O'Toole family Christmas Eve tradition?
1,000%. I am feverishly trying to wrap up the Christmas presents. And
so you're leaving it right till the bitter end.
Yeah, I thought about it today. I'm not doing that today.
But you bought them.
All the Christmas presents are bought. But
see, you're way ahead of the game for 99% of the people.
Thank you very much.
So you're wrapping them up, and are you doing a good job of that? Or
the first one, always great. And then after a while, you're like,
But it is kind of...
Because the kids don't say, wow, what a great wrapping job.
Nice wrapping job, Dad. So I have a question for you. Because my daughter's 3 asked for a Barbie dream house. But here's the question. I remember when I was a little kid, my favorite Christmas ever, hear me out. I'm thinking about 1981, maybe 80. And Star Wars was gigantic. And I asked for the Hasbro Death Star playset. Okay, the Star Wars Death Star playset. And I got it. Not only did I get it, but my dad took it out of the box, and instead of wrapping it up, he set it up. Right? He set it up under the tree. So he put all the stickers on and set it all up. So as soon as I came down, it was there. Boom. So it wasn't like a box. It was all set up for me.
It has changed my life.
But then for my sister, she asked for a dollhouse. And so he built her with his own 2 hands, a beautiful dollhouse in his garage. He built it. But we had just built our home, and all the carpet in the dollhouse matched the carpet in our house.
I love it.
And I remember thinking, Santa knew that? Santa knew that we got this carpet? How did Santa know?
Santa knows all.
Yeah.
I told you not a dream of mine, but a moment around Christmas was crushed by my mother like this past year. I remember as a kid, woke up on Christmas morning, you open your presents and stuff, and then like later in the day, my parents' window overlooked another part of the house. And my mom said, hey, look out there. You can see where Santa landed his sleigh. And there was like perfect sled tracks.
Oh, unreal.
So finally, like last year, I asked my mom, I'm like, how did you do that? She's like, I think just 2 big icicles landed perfectly, and it looked like sled tracks. She goes, we didn't go up there. So I'm like, I thought they got up there and like got skis out or something.
Wow, yeah, painstakingly, middle of the night.
Yeah, we had nothing to do with that.
Like Eddie the Eagle at the Calgary '88 Olympics, your dad is sliding down the roof. Wow. No, just a couple of icicles.
Yeah.
Another thing, like, will you lay out the cookies and the milk for Santa?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, of course, as kids, and it was so exciting. And then Dad always insisted on maybe we put a beer out for Santa. You know, it used to be like, we're just going to milk and a beer. He's like, yeah, Santa's going to be thirsty. He's going to want that beer.
And maybe,
sure enough.
Maybe some edibles.
Sure enough, every Christmas morning, that beer was consumed. That was Santa had his beer. Night-night, Santa.
The thing about Christmas, I love my family, but sometimes you wish you didn't have a family so you could just sit in your house all day.
Just by yourself?
No.
That seems very sad.
No, with your kids. But you always have to drive and go visit.
Yeah, you gotta...
I don't want to put clothes on.
Yeah, you gotta... Well, don't. Here's an idea. You go visit all your relatives, wear underwear, but that's it. So you take off your winter coat, you got nothing on but
No,
your
I have a big
undies.
onesie that I wear.
Oh, okay. You actually do wear the onesie to the relative's house?
No. I wear it around the house, but
Oh,
I have
okay.
to take it off when I have to go anywhere.
Okay.
It's a big Christmas onesie. I got
Very
it from the
disturbing.
Tipsy Elves website.
What?
It was a Shark Tank thing, and they got those. You buy ugly Christmas sweaters from them.
I think it's good that you have all these relatives to visit because otherwise you'd be staying at home online ordering onesies that you do not need.
I have not entered. So I finished my Christmas shopping. I have not entered a store.
Really? All online?
All online.
Yeah.
I feel
No.
bad.
I go to the stores because I try to support local brick and mortar.
That's what I'm doing. Well, that's what I did last week because this podcast is taped on the 24th. So this past week, I did my local shopping to give
Sure, the Orono
money
shopping.
to the coffers. Of the
So
local.
you bought a subscription to the Orono Times.
Oh, yeah, I need to get that done. Probably got my hair cut by Heather. Went to the vitamin shop. I don't know, maybe bought someone some coffee.
Buy some B1.
Go to the bakery.
somebody?
General store, eggnog. Then it is what it is, or this and that, whatever the hell that store is. I never get it right. Went to Jones' store, got some nice things. Went to the antique stores, I'm sure.
You didn't go to the antique stores.
I go there all the time.
Just wander around. Got any new antiques?
Because
Same ones we always had, Dan.
no,
Oh, you
always comes
guys.
in. Like you find like 100-year-old baseball glove out of the blue. I bought that.
What are you doing with it?
I don't know, pretending it's Babe Ruth.
You live a very interesting life. Just playing
Well, again, when
in
you
your backyard with the, hey, Babe Ruth is up to pitch
we have
and bat.
we have more antique stores than Toronto, I think.
I think you might be right. Speaking of eggnog, what's your drink of choice on Christmas Eve? That's an important thing to me because I love when the kids go to sleep, then my wife and I, like to stay up. And we like to have a couple of drinks together and talk about the holiday season. Maybe put on a great Christmas record like Willie Nelson's Pretty Paper. That is a beautiful Christmas record. He kills it on that. I like to pour myself a nice big scotch or maybe a Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, I'll probably have a little bullet on ice.
What about a little...
Not silver bullet, but bullet bourbon.
Well, what? And
But
maybe
I'll have
we'll have silver bullets.
Yeah, I'll have silver bullets too.
Would it be weird for me to get up on Christmas morning, everyone else is having coffee, and I just crack open a beer and say, hey, it's Christmas. You guys.
You could do that. Did you try that? Remember I got you bourbon cream? Did
Yes,
you try that
in
your
my coffee. Very nice.
They're discontinuing it at the LCBO.
Ooh.
It's $8 off right now.
What they're not discontinuing, Norm Hardy wine, back at the LCBO. Not everyone happy about that.
No.
So,
Speaking of drinking, Baby It's Cold Outside's back on the radio.
yeah, this is a controversy throughout the holiday season.
But finally, the right decision was made, and people said it's fine. The song is fine.
Well, it's like everything that's gone on with the Me Too movement. Necessary. Every move has been necessary. Every move has been positive. And sometimes with these movements, you have to go, I guess, a little further than necessary to make sure everything's cleaned up the way it should be. And that leads us to Baby It's Cold Outside, which has one particular line, Dan, that they may want to remove it. You know in O Canada, like I was at the Raptors game last Sunday, and O Canada came on, and as soon as in All of Us Command happened, I was like, oh yeah, right, okay. Like I forget until we sing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, okay. Well,
how about the second line?
What's in this drink?
Yeah.
Is the line to me that maybe you take that.
But also the song starts with her saying, I really can't stay, and then I've got to go away.
I've got to go away.
I've never said that to anyone, and if I was saying to someone, I think I would be in a predicament I did not want to be in.
Right. I ought to say no, 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 sir. And then he says, mind if I move in closer? Actually, in hindsight,
Yeah.
maybe this song is.
At least I'm going to say that I tried.
I really can't stay. Oh, baby, don't hold out.
This is Dean Martin in the background. Dean Martin, the best of all the Baby It's Cold Outside versions.
An album I told you to check out, the She and Him Christmas album. They do a clever thing where they reverse the genders.
Ah.
So Zooey Deschanel is the one trying to convince M. Ward to stay. And it actually does come across less creepy that way. I gotta get home. Hey, baby, you'd freeze out there. I mean, he's just concerned about her.
Say, lend me a coat? Did she not bring a jacket?
There's bound to be talk tomorrow. Well, isn't tomorrow Christmas Day? Nobody's at work. Anyway, they banned this song from all Bell radio stations, all CBC radio stations, and then they reversed that ban, I believe. So, I think it's fine. Hey, Dan, can we revisit? Well, first of all, a couple of things. I love watching Christmas movies around the holiday season. They're the best. And Christoph has listed a few that I think are pretty awesome. Probably my favorite is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That is my favorite Christmas movie. Just start to finish, hilarious jokes and great performances all around.
Someone pointed out the animated Frosty the Snowman. It's kind of weird now because this is a guy that's smoking around kids and he's got no pants on.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess all snowmen, if you put a corncob pipe in there. What's in that corncob pipe? It's not corn.
It's weed. It's legal
it's
now.
Sweet ganj. And that's why his pants are off. He's like, you. I'm not wearing
I'm going
pants.
through Rotten Tomatoes. Do you know Home Alone only got 63% on Rotten Tomatoes? Seems a bit low.
Yeah, that does seem low.
Because that is a classic.
That's a good Christmas movie. Elf, what's that on Rotten Tomatoes? Elf is a great Christmas movie. And it was good when it came out. You're like, yeah, this is good. And now the years have been kind to it. I think now it's great.
I'm trying to find it here. They have a list of 50 that I'm scrolling through.
What about Love Actually?
I've never seen it.
You know, people like this movie, all these movies with all these stars.
Elf, 83%.
Oh, yeah. Love Actually, you know, these movies are, you know, it's like the Valentine's Day movie, the Father's Day movie. All these stars, and they're just so corny. I'm not into it.
Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy's a Christmas movie?
It did take place, the movie takes place around Christmas. So, I don't know if it was, did it come out at Christmas?
Again, sometimes I don't know what's going on Rotten Tomatoes. A movie that came out in 2003, listed as a Christmas movie, 90% rating, Tokyo Godfathers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Fast and the Furious 3 Tokyo Drift.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 95%.
That seems...
Charlie Brown's Christmas,
Yes.
93%.
Yeah, that's great. That's sweet.
Edward Scissorhands isn't Christmas.
Yeah, doesn't it take place around Christmas?
A Christmas Story, 89%.
Edward Scissorhands.
Die Hard, again, listed as a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie. Not a Christmas movie, guys. Staff, are you with us on this? We discussed it at length last year.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas
There's
movie.
no way.
But it's a fun movie to watch at Christmas.
It is a fun movie to watch.
The Nightmare Before
It's a fun movie to
Christmas?
watch anytime. Die Hard. It's a classic.
Nightmare Before Christmas, 95%. I will always remember this movie because I went and saw the playing of the soundtrack at the Hollywood Bowl in L.A.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to talk about something that happened recently. Dan, you went to see, right before Christmas, the Nutcracker. This is a tradition for you. You do this every year with your kids.
Love it.
Was it the Royal Canadian Ballet they put it on? Or is that who puts it on? I don't.
It's stunning. The costumes, the sets, the music. You know, like I tell
Yeah,
this
you
to
know
anyone,
the tunes.
You know every single song. You're like, wow, that's from the Nutcracker. Oh, I didn't know that was from the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
That's from the Nutcracker too? Yeah.
Now, you and I were lucky enough to be invited to be the Cannondalls in the Nutcracker about 5 years ago. We absolutely killed it. We were brilliant. People still talk about it. Rex Harrison, the famous Canadian ballet dancer, trained us and said when we were training, you guys should have gone into ballet. That's how good you are. Now, Darren Dreger and James Duthie this year were invited, years after we were invited, years after. It seems they've run out of people to ask. And by all accounts, it was an unequivocal disaster.
They were wearing the exact same costumes.
That's the thing. Like, don't they... Does everyone wear the exact...
They probably dry clean them once a year.
Did the Ford brothers, were they the Cannondalls one year?
I believe so.
Just squeezing into those things.
Well, I believe they've got all different size ones.
Well, listen, I think we got to wrap up. We got to wrap this up.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to wrap this up, Toolsie. It's Christmas Eve, and everybody's got to get to bed so they can get up in the morning and open their presents. So, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, hope you get what you wanted. And if you don't, well, you probably deserved it.
Hope you get what's coming to you.
Merry Christmas. Ah! Ho, 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 ho! I'd be a pretty good Santa.